Sometimes the people with the softest hearts, the ones who love with their whole soul, are the ones who end up sitting in the dark, wondering why the people they would have done anything for didn't choose them back. And if you're listening to this right now, maybe you know exactly what that feels like. Maybe you've spent years being the loyal one, the steady one, the patient one, and somehow you're still the person who ends up hurting the most. I've learned something painful in my own life, something I never wanted to admit. But loyalty doesn't protect you from heartbreak. Sometimes it invites it. Because when you're loyal, you don't love halfway. You don't pull back. You don't calculate. You don't play games. You don't step in with one foot and keep the other one out just in case. You give everything you have, and you hope that people will treat you with the same kind of heart that you treat them with. But the truth is, not everyone knows how to handle someone like you. Not everyone has the emotional maturity, the capacity, or even the desire to meet you the way you meet them. And that's the part that hurts, the part that breaks something inside you. The moment you realize you were loyal to someone who was only consistent when it was convenient, someone who loved you when they needed comfort, someone who kept you close when they were lonely, someone who held on to you not because they valued you, but because they liked the way you made them feel, and you keep giving and giving and giving because that's who you are. Because loyalty is in your bones, not a strategy, not a trick, not a performance, but something that lives inside your chest, something that shapes the way you love. And people like you, people like us, we don't fall in love easily, but when we do, we attach with depth, with sincerity, with a kind of devotion that scares people who've never loved like that. And the crazy part is we don't ask for much in return, just honesty, consistency, effort, the basics really. The simple things that shouldn't even be considered too much, but somehow they always are. Somehow the things that come naturally to you are the exact things other people struggle to give. I used to blame myself for this. I used to think I was too emotional, too attached, too sensitive, too available, too honest, too loyal. I used to think maybe I should learn how to be colder, how to hold back, how to care less, how to pretend, how to detach first, how to stop being so easy to rely on. But every time I tried, it felt wrong, it felt unnatural, it felt like I was trying to kill a part of myself just to survive relationships that weren't meant for me in the first place, because loyalty isn't the problem. Loyalty is your strength. But being loyal to the wrong person, that's what destroys you. That's what drains you. That's what makes you question your worth, your heart, your intentions, your instincts. That's what makes you sit at night wondering how someone could hurt you when you were the one person who would have never hurt them. And that's what makes the loyal ones get hurt the deepest, because we never see the betrayal coming. We never imagine that the people we'd protect would be the same people who'd let us break. There's a specific kind of pain that loyal people feel, a pain that's deeper than heartbreak. It's the pain of realizing that the love you gave so freely was treated like it was disposable. It's the pain of realizing you showed someone the purest parts of yourself and they handled it carelessly. It's the pain of realizing that your consistency was misunderstood for weakness, that your patience was mistaken for unconditional acceptance, that your softness was seen as something they could take advantage of. And if you're anything like me, you didn't leave right away. You stayed longer than you should have. You forgave things you never should have tolerated. You gave chances to people who never deserved one. You explained pain to people who caused it. You tried to fix connections you didn't break. You tried to understand people who didn't understand you at all. Because loyalty makes you hold on, even when everything in you is breaking, even when the signs are clear, even when the love is fading, even when the relationship is draining you. And then, one day, it hits you. It hits you in a moment you didn't expect. In the middle of a normal day, maybe while scrolling your phone, maybe while sitting alone in your car, Maybe while washing dishes or folding clothes, it hits you that you were loyal to someone who never truly chose you, someone who gave you just enough to keep you hoping, but never enough to feel secure. It hits you that you were carrying the entire relationship on your back, while they were holding only the parts that benefited them. And that realization breaks you, not because you lost them, but because you lost yourself trying to hold them. But here's the thing, nobody tells the loyal ones. The reason you get hurt so deeply is because you love so deeply. But that depth isn't a curse. It's not a flaw. It's not something you need to hide or shrink or suppress. It's something rare, something powerful, something beautiful, something that the right person will never take for granted. Because one day, someone will look at you and finally understand what loyalty feels like, what it means to be loved with sincerity, what it means to be chosen with intention. One day, someone will appreciate the parts of you that others mishandled. Your softness, your patience, your honesty, your consistency, your heart. One day, someone will treat your loyalty as the gift that it is. But you need to heal first. You need to stop giving loyalty to people who haven't earned it. You need to protect your emotional energy the way you protect your best qualities. You need to recognize who deserves your heart and who only wants access to it. You need to stop loving people for their potential and start loving people for their reality. You need to stop hoping they'll change and start accepting who they are. Loyalty is sacred, and not everyone deserves it. Not everyone deserves you. Not everyone deserves your presence, your love, your effort, your forgiveness, your access. You have to be selective, not cold, just selective. Because your heart is not something the world should casually hold. And if there's one thing I've learned, it's this. Loyalty is only painful when it's misplaced, but when it's given to the right person, it doesn't break you. It builds you. And if you're listening to this right now, just know this. Your loyalty is not the reason you were hurt. Giving it to the wrong person is, it's not your fault for loving deeply. It's their fault for taking that love and treating it like it meant nothing. But your story doesn't end there. You're not meant to stay broken. You're not doomed to keep repeating the same pain. You're not destined to be the loyal one who always gets hurt. Your heart will find someone who knows how to hold it. Your love will find somewhere it can finally rest. And your loyalty will stop being something that destroys you and become something that protects you, something that leads you, something that connects you to the people who deserve every part of you. And until that day comes, I hope you remember this. You're not weak because you're loyal. You're not naive because you care deeply. You're not foolish because you love in ways others can't. You are rare. You are valuable. You are someone people search for their entire lives. And the right person, the person who is also loyal, also consistent, also emotionally honest, will understand you in a way that makes every heartbreak you've ever survived finally make sense. And when that person arrives, you'll realize something. You were never too much. You were always exactly enough. You just gave your heart to someone who couldn't handle the weight of it, but the right person will. And until then, don't stop being who you are. Just stop giving your heart to people who haven't earned the privilege of holding it. And if you and I are anything alike, you know, I'll be right here with you, walking through it, step by step,